Hey, this is Nancy Atlas, and throughout history it has always been a challenge to survive as an artist. But in the outskirts of Sag Harbor, right by the big old green water ball, we find Martin and Marianne Megna doing just that by continuing the timeless trade of blowing glass. Let's go inside and see some of the beautiful creations that they've been making throughout this year. Do you go to the person's house and work with the person from scratch for these? And
this started with this client ordered knobs, little kitchen cabinet knobs. And then she was remodeling her house and always wanted to have one of these chandeliers. So when the time was right, we went over there and came up with some sketches. And this is the actual sketch that we did for her. This is my book. I go to people's homes, I bring my black book.
The famous
Marianne
Megna
Black
book.
book.
Guys, some guys have phone numbers of hot chicks, and you have
a very large black book. I could fit a lot of numbers in this book. And these are like some of the pieces, which you can see, you know,
oh,
they
wow.
actually came to be. The shapes, the rondelles. These are called rondelles. So we draw them here, and then they come out here.
Now, you draw them, and then you show them to Martin, and
yeah,
he
to see if we
them.
can actually make them, yeah. And this is a new shape for us. This is a new style for us. I really like this. This is after a long winter, you know. You can tell it was a long winter.
And it was a long winter in New York this year.
Cold winter. So we really wanted to do something spring-like.
Do you ever get in fights? Do you ever like design something like this?
He says, I can't make that.
He comes in and he's all covered with soot, and he goes, here you go, honey. And you go, that is not the green. That is not G11.
Yeah.
You know? Does that happen?
Well,
and then do you smash it? Or are you like, damn it, I told you.
Well, that happens while we're blowing it, actually, when things get a little hot in there sometimes. But usually it's if I design something that can't be made, if he doesn't think he can make it. Sometimes he doesn't realize what he's capable of.
Wow, so you do you push him artistically?
I'm always pushing him, yeah.
Wow.
I'm always pushing him. Absolutely.
And you're married.
Yeah, which is really crazy sometimes because we're both artistic, and trying to work together can be a challenge, but it can be wonderful. When it works, it's really great because we inspire each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have pieces that are like that you look at and you kind of have trouble selling almost because there's a moment that happened in the kiln?
I take them home.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Or I make sure like this piece is going, I really like the family that's going to have this piece. They're really nice people.
You're lucky if you can create like that and also and have that connection. That's really blessed.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh man, what is that smell?
That is, we use beeswax to lubricate the tools that Martin is working with for glass blowing, and they've been doing that for centuries. We get our wax from Shelter Island.
Oh wow! So
it
really is magnificent. It's got like almost,
it's a roasted, musty,
It's so good.
Glass blowing involves all the senses. It's very visual. When you go in there, you're going to see the furnace is like the sun. When we open the door, it's this bright orange, glowing orange. You can hear the roar of the glory hole when it's working, the roar of the gas powering it. We usually have music playing, and you see the glass blowers move. It's very rhythmic. And so you hear it, and you see it, and you smell that honey and the smell of the glass working. And we use cherry wood molds to roll the glass in. Glass doesn't actually ride on the wood, it rides on a bed of steam because the wood is soaked in water. So, I mean, it's a whole sensual experience. Really great.
Now, were you blowing glass when you met Martin?
No.
You were doing music?
I was doing music. In fact, I had a piano in here. I thought I will compose while he blows glass.
That's so romantic.
Inspire his glass blowing, but that didn't really work out.
It always starts out that way, doesn't it? And then it's like, get me the sand.
I need glass.
But you tend to be you passionate about the fire. You're a fire person.
I am a fire person, yes.
And
absolutely.
He's obviously a fire person.
Definitely. Well, he was a welder up in New London on the nuclear subs before this, and he had an engineering degree. Otherwise, we could never have had the studio. He built everything in there. He put it all together, and I mean, he's a genius that way. His engineering skill to design all the molds for everything and the treatment on all the glass, the way Louis Comfort Tiffany treats his glass with that iridizing effect. And gold, this is gold leaf inside the glass, and all these little wraps and things. I mean, he just is always thinking about glass, all the different designs. These are so much fun to make.
Oh, they're just so beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, I love, like you were saying, the iridescence and the gold.
Right.
The one thing I've always respected about Martin, because you guys used to come in after long days when I was waitressing at the corner bar, is that he gets so excited when he figures something out.
Yeah.
And I think 2 or 3 years ago it was the bubbles.
Right, that's right.
And he said,
That's right.
I broke that bastard. Like, you know,
That's
I
right.
got it. He's like,
That's
I figured
right.
it out. And now there's, I mean, that's amazing. There's these tiny
Little bubbles, yeah.
and passionate about finding the glue that will stick the glass and
that
make
took
it
a year.
adhere. I
That's
mean,
right.
that's where the art side of engineering, you know, the music and mathematics, they always say go hand in
That's
hand,
right.
and it's kind of the same thing, I guess. This is just stunning. Now, how do you do something like this?
This is crystal. This is a lead crystal glass, and we cut out something called ceramic fiber paper. So this is the back of it. So if you feel this, Nancy, you can feel the imprints there. We cut out the shape of, like, here's a starfish, this is a lobster.
Wow.
And lay that out on the bottom of the kiln, lay the glass on top of it, fire it to about 1500 degrees so the glass melts on top of it.
Wow.
And let it cool slowly for a day or so, and then hopefully it comes out in one piece.
You get one chance with this type of thing.
Yeah, it can crack. I mean, with all glass. I mean, I have seen glass blowers with 30 years experience work for an hour and a half on one goblet, and right before it's ready to go in, an exquisite piece, have it hit the floor and break. And they don't even bat an eye.
Well, I remember, I studied art history, and there was Cellini worked on this incredible piece for like a year, and it was bronze, and you got one shot with it,
Right.
and they poured, and the toe didn't come out.
All right.
So it's painful, but I guess at the end of the day, you know, if you get used to when that makes the piece that does come out that much
When
more.
it's perfect, it's so special.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You also do a range of lighting and doorknobs.
That's right. The beauty of this is that you can coordinate your whole room if you want. We have, for example, using this as a cabinet knob, and this is a doorknob. This is the drawer pull, and this is a sconce. And what we want to do now is make a matching chandelier in this style of the chandelier that we just finished, using these colors and some clear glass. And we want to involve you, Nancy.
I get to start the next chandelier?
We want to make you a glass blower today. Okay.
I'm going to blow glass?
Yes, you are. And we don't let a lot of people do this, okay? So you're going to be initiated into the world of glass blowing.
I'm so excited.
Here's the colors that you're going to use. Okay, remember that green? This is that green.
Oh, wow.
And that red.
Oh, yeah. This is for our chandelier.
This is for the chandelier. And then these are the hollow glass blowing pipes, which he has one now. He's gathering glass out of the furnace.
For the piece?
For the piece.
That I'm going to...
That you're going to make, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to
So you might want to have a seat there. Yeah, you should go there now.
Now, what am I going to do here when this comes? I'm just going to blow into it?
You're going to blow into the piece. He's gathering color. Okay, now I've gathered some red glass. So we work together simultaneously. It's a timing thing because if the glass gets too cool, it would crack. Okay, he's blowing the first bubble, is what the gaffer does, or the blower. It's called the gaffer. And he just has to blow into the end and cap the end with his finger, and the air expands inside the pipe and makes a perfect bubble. That's experience. I can't do that.
That was pretty intense. It was just like, boom, done. Like, you can tell he's done it before.
Yes. Now I'm shaping this bit into kind of a cone diamond shape so that he can wind it onto that piece. And then after we do this, then you're going to get to blow it out.
Okay. I'm
Okay?
ready.
All
You just
right.
say the word.
Absolutely. We're always twirling, we're always turning, because the glass has to be hot to work it, and if we just left it, it would droop and flop right off the end of the pipe. So we're always turning these pipes, and when we eat, we're always twirling our forks and knives. Okay, now we're going to wind this piece on here. We can tap it off and make it that little bell shape, you know. Now he's going to heat it up, and then you'll probably be putting some air in there, Nance.
Yeah, my mother used to tell me, don't play with matches and stay away from the stove. It's hot. Look, I became a glass blower. It's rebellious. Okay, Nancy, I want you to blow lightly. Blow.
There we go.
Okay, stop. Very good, man.
All right.
Blow.
Okay.
Blow. Stop.
Very nice. Look what you did.
Wow. Wow.
A little down, a little lower, a little lower. Got it. Okay. Now we're going to take that. This is the punti. Remember I said punti? P-U-N-T-I. It's an Italian word. We're going to transfer it from that pipe to this one. You may even use the soffietta after this. And then open that out. There we go. He's going to open that thing up into a rondelle, which is like a flat plate, and then he's going to tap it off onto here, and then we're going to put it away in the annealer. Right now the molecules are spinning around like crazy, and if we left it out it would just shatter. So we have to, when it's finished, we have to put it into the annealer at 900 degrees. See how fluid that is? It's glass.
Whoa,
Isn't that wild?
wild.
There's your piece. There it is.
Wow. Oh, he's giving it that
Yeah, that fluted,
flowery, like-
yes. See, it's orange when it's hot. And as it cools, you can see the colors come out, that green and red.
Wow.
Now I'm going to make a little hook so it can be hung on the chandelier. Wait, watch
You have a
this.
favorite color?
A couple of favorite ones. It changes each week.
Right.
So that gets hooked. Okay.
That's going to go in here.
That's the oven.
So
Okay.
we just made the hook on top of it, so it gets added to the chandelier. That's amazing.
Right. Well done.
Thanks so
Good
much.
job. You did it.
I feel like I've given birth.
And you lost weight.
I lost weight while I was at it. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Good
it.
job.
You're a genius.